Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes podcast where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed and the poster child for fashion over 40. And I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. What's up, everybody? This is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, the hostess with the mostest, and as always, the only Holly you need to know. I am so excited today. We have an incredible show for you guys. But before we get to the juicy part, I just want to make sure that you guys have listened to the holiday gift guide, which is all of our incredible Insider Bestie brands that are our gift sponsors, that one lucky person is going to win over $900 worth of stuff. For every single email I get, I am going to donate $5 to the Ahimsa House here in Atlanta, Georgia. We love the Ahimsa House. We love their mission. They support domestic violence victims and their pets. And we all know if you're an animal lover, if you're a dog lover, just like I am, you're going to want to donate to this charity. But today, y'all, I'm so excited. I have an incredible BFD today, one of our fabulous Insider Bestie gift guide sponsors. Please welcome to the show, Jaimie Hilfiger.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jaimie. Oh my gosh, you're just as pretty in person as you are on your website and on all of your social media and your press kit and everything. Thank you so much for joining us. I think you are so incredible. I've been following your career. I've been following your Instagram. We're just now getting to know you. I want you to tell everybody just a brief history about who you are, your modeling career, your acting career, and up to now. Tell us your history.
Yes, well, thank you again so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I grew up in upstate New York. An only child of very hardworking parents who really instilled like a hard work ethic in me. Mm-hmm. So at a young age, I really liked performing. I loved being in front of the camera. So my mom was like, you know what? I want to put you into modeling classes. So I booked my first modeling gig for Sears department stores. I know that, they're no longer
right
in existence, but this was, late 90s. I worked for Sears and then I just started to book modeling gigs after that. And it was definitely a very time-consuming career for a young girl. And once high school hit, I really wanted to be like part of like the high school scene, be a cheerleader, all that stuff. So modeling took a back seat. And then once I graduated high school, I went to college at the University of Central Florida. And there were a bunch of modeling opportunities that opened up for me down there. So I just decided to give it another shot. And then upon graduating, I moved to Los Angeles. I wanted to go to Hollywood. And once I moved out there, that's when my career really took off.
Amazing. So you started off as a model.
Yes.
And were you doing print? Were you doing runway?
I'm very petite. I'm about 5'4" on a good day. Mm-hmm. So I was definitely doing a lot of like print campaigns and spokes modeling as well.
Gotcha. And so you've had a couple of acting gigs too, right? Tell us about that.
Yes, I have done acting and I've done commercial work. And I always say my big break came from Howard Stern TV. So I did a bunch of things for Howard Stern when I first hit the scene. And that's how like my TV career really got started.
Amazing. Are you on TV now?
I am not currently like on TV. I do some things for YouTube, but I don't have a show right at this moment.
What do you do on YouTube? Is it hair, beauty, makeup? Tell us about your YouTube.
Yeah, my YouTube, I really post behind the scenes videos from my photo shoots.
Nice.
Because modeling really is my first love. So that's where like most of my time is spent. So there's always, a videographer at my shoots. So he, takes it from there and then we put like my scenes. Yeah.
That's so awesome. And kudos to you because at the Fashion Crimes podcast, we're all about women supporting women. We love that. We love that you have pursued your dreams and you've been able to do what you want. We love Howard Stern too. I mean, I know that's a little dicey subject, but he is fabulous. I read his book. Actually, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So good for you, Howard Stern, for boosting her career. That's incredible. We are so happy to have you here at the Fashion Crimes podcast. We are really fashion over 40. And we talk about do this, don't do that, how to make things easier, how to shop, style after pregnancy, style during pregnancy, how to get your body to bounce back. You know, we talk about things like that all the time. Tell us before you were pregnant, or before you had your daughter, how did you feel about fashion and style? Because you were a model, was it natural to you? Do you like shopping? To speak to that a little bit.
Yes, I've always loved shopping. I've always been a girl's girl. My mom, and we love shopping. We love fashion. We love style. Like it's in my blood.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been really connected to fashion. And of course, shopping makes anybody feel better. Even on your best day, it could really even make you feel better. So I've always been really connected in that sense. And before pregnancy, I really just wore whatever I wanted, whatever really looked good. And after pregnancy, I definitely had to make some tweaks and adjustments. And during pregnancy, I had to make, obviously, a lot of tweaks and adjustments as well.
Did you have that feeling like, oh my God, I'm never going to get myself back? Did you go through any dark or depressing times? Do you have any stories like that about how you felt about how you look, especially as a model? Or did you blossom and enjoy pregnancy?
Definitely not. Before getting pregnant, when my husband and I were talking about having a baby, I said to him, I feel like my body type, even though I'm naturally petite and tiny, I said, my body type, I feel like I'm not going to have the bounce back. I'm not going to, I don't think it's going to be easy for me. And he told me, he's like, don't get in that mindset. You're fit, you're active, you're always moving. I am always moving. And he's like, just don't get in that mindset. So actually, my pregnancy was very rough. I was sick 24/7.
Oh, no.
From week 7 to week 41. I mean, I was pregnant for 42 weeks. It was a nightmare.
Oh my God.
I did not blossom. Being a model, doing photo shoots all the time, I did not do a beautiful pregnancy photo shoot with the long pink dress because I was having a girl. I mean, I didn't even have a baby shower. I didn't take a baby moon. I was so sick and I don't even want to relive it, to tell you the truth. But after pregnancy, I mean, as soon as I popped my daughter out, my mom said, as soon as you have the baby, you're going to feel better. All those hormones, I felt amazing. And I really felt like myself. So during pregnancy, I was so sick. I didn't even I just felt spinning 24/7. I really didn't even think about anything. I wasn't into doing the nursery. I wasn't even into shopping, which, I'm really sick. So thank God after pregnancy, I felt amazing. I didn't have any sadness or blues. I loved getting out and walking. At this time, I was living on Miami Beach. I would take the stroller. I would just walk up and down Miami Beach. And I mean, the weight just came off. I didn't really gain much because I was so sick. I mean, I remember at 5 months being 96 pounds. That's how sick I was.
God.
Yeah. I was at 5 months pregnant. I was thinner than I was pre-pregnancy.
I mean, do you mind? I know you don't want to relive it, but I know it's behind you, but I'm sure you're in bed all the time and practically on bed rest. So how did you, I know you were down, but how did you keep yourself up? I'm sure, did you have a good support system? It sounded like you did.
Yes, I definitely have an excellent support system, but my mother was right. I mean, she works in healthcare. So as soon as I released the baby and all of the hormones, I was back to myself. I'm a really upbeat, happy person regardless. So I think it was just all those hormones and now looking back on it, I love my daughter so much. She's 5. She just turned 5. There's parts that I feel upset about. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I never enjoyed pregnancy. But there was no way I physically could.
Oh my God, of course. I mean, of course. It's so remarkable to me just to hear people's stories. Some people love it. Some people have a hard time like you do. And it's hard, I think, as women to really stay positive when your body is just not your own anymore. And having your style evolve as you age is a big problem I have learned with my clients and with people in life trying to figure out where do they land next. So you had your baby, she's healthy, it's great, she's 5. So could you immediately get back in your clothes, or were you shopping again, or?
I definitely could not immediately get back into my clothes. One of the really surprising things, I remember I brought a pair of slides to the hospital to wear home, and they were like, big, wide slides. I couldn't fit my feet into my slides, like walking out of the hospital.
Oh my
Like, I remember, like, my feet, like, I mean, it was the only shoe I had, I think, and like, they were like barely, I mean, I barely walked on shoes out of the hospital because your feet even get bigger.
Yes, yes.
And I remember when my husband and I went out for the first time, my daughter was 1 month, and like looking back on those pictures, like I remember I tried to wear like long boots, like
Mhm.
my calves couldn't fit into them. Like I didn't think, like, because the weight was actually coming off, like the number on the scale was lower, but my body was still like very much like full, I guess.
Right. So, I mean, well, you're lucky that, you did bounce back eventually. And
Yes.
do you shop like at certain places around where you live in New York, or do you order online? Tell us a little bit about your style and what you like to wear.
I definitely am a shopper. I like online for like products and household things, but for clothing, especially the places like where I shop, like Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, I find their websites very overwhelming because there's
Hmm.
so much. So
Hmm.
I'm really more of like an in-person type of girl when I shop, because I just am like a person that is very like, neat, and I like go to like certain things. So it's like when I'm in a store, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this rack, this section, etc.
Hmm.
When I'm like online with all the filters and stuff, I just like, I mean, I have obviously online shopped, but I prefer in person.
It's interesting because that was really invented to make life easier, right? But for people like you, where it doesn't work and you're like, this is not helping me, I understand the concept of online shopping. Yes, it's easier, but I'm very old fashioned. I have to see it,
Mhm.
touch it, feel it. I got to try it on. My
Right.
body is a little bit more difficult to fit. So I can't trust buying a pair of pants online. Do you feel that way? Is that sort of how you feel too?
Pants 100%. It's just for me when I like see the filter and I see like there are 3,500 matches, I'm like, oh my gosh,
I
like
know.
there's 11 pages that I have to go through, and then I'm getting a headache because my eyes are like, with the screen too much. No, that's just not for me. But pants, oh, pants in person for sure.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Do you live in New York City, or do you shop around New York City mostly?
I do. I grew up upstate New York, so I do have a home outside of the city that we do spend a lot of time at, but we do live in New York City. So I do a lot of shopping actually in the city. But I also live between New York and Miami. So I'm like a Miami Ball Harbor shops type of
Oh,
girl.
yeah, yeah. Do have great shopping there. I'm not going to lie. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. They do have really great shops
I'm
there.
like old fashioned. Like I'm a mall girl. Like I'm not really like a city shopper. Because I'm from like New York, like upstate. Like I like to go to the mall. So like, like Ball Harbor shops, like put me there. I'm good. Get me a smoothie. Like don't talk to me for like the next 4 hours.
Oh, no, I hear you. I hear you. Like, I take my client shopping and I'm like, if you can hang with me, you're
Yeah.
a shopper on the inside. But after about 2.5, 3 hours, people's eyes start to glaze over
Like,
and they can't handle, like, I know I got to stop, but I can
mhm.
go, go, go. So, yes, I understand. I can shop just like you.
Yes.
But you were talking about your different homes. So, you live a couple of different places. So, you were speaking about your husband. So, let's talk about your husband and the ID exchange line. First of all, I want to show this incredible packaging that you were so kind to share with us. And as a gift guide sponsor, this is the box. And as you see, it's like asymmetrical here. And then you open it and the product is inside. And I have so many different products. I mean, y'all, Jaimie is the kindest, most generous person. She said, how many do you need? I said, like, probably 3, maybe. I got 20. Literally, I have 20 boxes on my desk So I'm not going to show everything, but let's talk about your husband, Igal, and what his background is and what he does now and how you support him.
Okay, great. My husband, Igal Dahan, is a fifth generation jeweler. So I think if you do the math, that's like his great grandfather was a jeweler. He's of French Moroccan descent. So his grandparents and his father and stuff, they all started in Morocco, which I think is like super cool. And then his family moved to Paris when they decided to have children. And he moved to United States about 15 years ago. And that's when we met. We met out in Hollywood. Like I said, I had moved to California to become a star. And he had, like a jewelry line, which you mentioned, like ID Exchange, Cups of Love is like the signature bracelet, which is like a handcuff design. And we had met through my former publicist, and, she's like, I know a guy, how that goes. And then I became the spokesmodel for his collection. So fast forward to now, he still has this collection, which he kind of refers to as, a fashion collection. The price point is, like for everybody. And the designs are also for everybody, men, women, and children, because all the jewelry that he designs could fit any size wrist. And when someone's like, oh no, I have like a very large wrist or a very small, it's like, no, it could fit any size wrist, guaranteed. So now my husband, Igal Dahan, has a jewelry store high end in New York City next to the Ritz-Carlton on Central Park South. So because that's what he does specialize in. He specializes in like high-end pieces. And when he was living in Paris, he was like the number one selling sapphire salesperson, and he sold to, all the big brands. So then he's decided to start his own collection. So that's what he currently does now. But the fashion brand, which you mentioned, is going to be part of the holiday gift guide. It's a great collection. The Cups of Love are made for men, women, and children. They were designed to connect people within relationships. So it's like a lot of people will purchase them, for example, like a mother and a daughter to be like cuffed, and locked by love together, like a boyfriend and girlfriend, kids, best friends.
I love it. So I'm just going to show a couple of these. So this is a cotton band, and it has the two hearts here, and all you do is hook it on the other end like so. Once you hook it, then you can wear it, of course, on your wrist, or you can change the color of the band. So here it is locked together, and you can change the color. She sent me so many different ones. Here's one in taupe. This is pink and blue. So you can change it. You can put any of these charms on there. And there's the two hearts, and there are these double cuffs. There's the two hearts. There's also the double cuffs. This is a silver bracelet that has the double cuffs with the other silver bracelet. That's actually my favorite. This one here that has the double cuffs here, but I am modeling these, these with the double cuffs, the ID Exchange links of love, and these come off. So these come off, and then you can put on, I'm wearing the silver one now, and then you can change it to the gold, which is here. And then here's blue. I mean, y'all, I have like 1,000 of these here. I can't even decide which ones to give away. I have so many different kinds. But this is super cute. So if you are familiar with anybody who makes these leather bracelets, I think Hermes makes bracelets similar to this. And I think Coach makes them, and anybody who deals in leather makes them. But these are really cute. And like you said, great for any age group. So you can get your your 10-year-old daughter something like this, and she's not wearing, an $800, $900 piece, right? She's, this is really cute for all age groups. And I love stacking them together like this. How do you recommend styling it? So you're just wearing a single one. How do you style them?
Yeah, I'm just wearing a single cuff right now. They come in yellow gold plated and white gold plated pieces, so they won't like tarnish or fade in the shower or with water. I also like to stack them because like all the different colors. There's this one picture of me on the red carpet, and they just took it of my wrist. I have all like the neon colored cords stacked up, and I'm wearing the white gold handcuffs. And it's like, I just love that picture. And it's just, like my hand hanging, and I was wearing like, a sequin long sleeve or something. And it's just like all of it.
I love that. That's so cute. But, I see a lot of jewelry. I review a lot of product. I see a lot of jewelry, and, it's either fine or it isn't. This is really nice quality that it's not like, and even though it's costume, it's made really well. It's made really well. The stitching is really good. For gold plated, it looks real. I think it's such a cute gift, and it's for any type of style. That's what's so cute about these. It's got a little bit of edge, but it can be for someone like super conservative, or it could be for someone, more rock and roll or whatever. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with that.
I love it. They also sent me a Jewish star necklace, which I might be rocking that, let's be honest, which is super cute for Hanukkah. I love that. And so I'm just so thrilled. I got this gigantic package, and it's got all of these cute little things. Oh, here is the double cuff here in gold. And then here is the other one with the link cuffs. How did he come up with this idea? This is the evil eye. How did he come up with this idea?
Like I mentioned before, he was really into like high end and selling stones. And then when he got to this country, he realized there was a need for a type of, like accessory line in this price point for everybody. And he really wanted it to be for everybody, men, women, children, and people that could fit. I just remember this one story when we gave one to my friend's mother who has large wrists. She's a small woman, but she has very large wrists. And he gave her one during the holidays once, and she said, no, like, don't put it on me. Cause when he usually, gives someone something, he puts it on their wrist, and she's like, was like, no. And he was like, no, I promise. And she felt like so good, because like the cord, if it's like the cotton cord, like I sent you, we also have like satin bands. They just fit anybody. Even like my 5-year-old daughter, I gave them out at her birthday party.
Oh, I love that. So cute.
Yeah, I made the cord the smallest size for the little wrists.
I love that. So if this is too small, do you hook it to another one? How do you change the size?
There's knots on the side of the bracelets that you could pull and push.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering, okay, so that's how you adjust it. I got it. Oh my God, I have so many. I can't even. I mean, you're just so kind to give us all of this product. Some lucky winner is going to win probably 3 different styles of the ID Exchange bracelet. What is next for ID Exchange? What projects does he have? Or you as a spokesmodel, excuse me, what do you have? What's next for ID Exchange?
Well, ID Exchange is currently sold in 26 countries around the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it's worn. It's just like a product that completely took off. It's worn by celebrities like the Kardashians. We have pictures of Kim, Khloe, Kylie, big names like Samuel L. Jackson, Smokey Robinson, Sylvester Stallone, Stevie Wonder, like, Carrie Underwood. She wore this key that I have.
Oh, I love that.
This is the Key of Love, it's called. This is from the high-end collection. So mine is like, real yellow gold. And the one that Carrie Underwood was wearing when she performed on stage was like the rhodium one, but it was, like a white gold with like a leather cord.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like it's sold at like a bunch of stores also, obviously out in Los Angeles, like Fred Siegel. And I remember like Kelly Clarkson one time, I guess she was shopping there and she picked it up and she just like wore it in a photo shoot.
Amazing.
With like no paid or anything. So we have like amazing pictures of Kelly Clarkson, who's like an amazing like performer, talk show host, like all around great person. And the same thing, with the Hilton sisters, they, were shopping out and, they picked it up too and wore it in like, like a magazine. Like it's great.
That's incredible. I saw Nick Cannon was wearing it. And then Kelly Ripa, was she wearing it too?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw she had all her shopping bags. And
she had the heart cuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cute. Amazing. I love that. Congratulations for having such success with this. When I give suggestions, because people are always asking me, what brands, what do you like? Because they're too busy. They don't No one, like you said, no one is going to go through 35 pages of 78,000 tops. No one is going to do that, right? They're going to go to the first 3 pages maybe, and they're going to look. So when I like to really review a brand and really give my honest opinion, and believe me, there's some product that I get that I just politely decline because I don't want to say anything bad about a brand. It's just whether it appeals to me and my customer or not. And I have to really be careful because $100 is a lot of money to spend on one thing, $200, $300. But tell us the price point of the leather and tell us about the price point of the bands.
The leather band bracelets the ones that you're wearing right now, they're around $50. And the cuffs that I'm wearing, they range from like $20 is the extra small one, which is like this tiny, but it's like super cute. And then we have like an extra large. It's probably going to be around 65. There's also, like an option to get like the CZs in them, which I am wearing. And like those ones with like, the cubic zirconias hand set are a little bit more.
Well, that's nice. What the point I'm trying to make is that it's a moderate enough price point to where one of my best friends is a jewelry designer. Her name is Julie Lamb, New York. So she designs real jewelry. She's a very good friend of mine and a friend of the podcast. And I've promoted her a couple times. And I also did a whole podcast about how to mix real jewelry with costume jewelry, because when you do that, your costume looks elevated and it looks real. So when you mix it, right, nobody can really tell what's real and what's not real. So these are great layering pieces, right? Yes. Great layering pieces. So if I wore this with, my other bracelets, diamonds or whatever, then nobody's going to know that it's not real. And that's a good product. That's my point, is when great style is when people don't know how old you are, right? Because you dress so well. And then when you have the right accessories where you can mix $20 earrings with a $2,500 watch or whatever, exact product that I'm talking about that people can mix, you can stack it, you can put it with your diamonds, you can put it with your gold, whatever. And I love to promote these kinds of brands because the price point is so friendly. Yeah. And it's not like these high end where it's only these, it's not achievable for everybody, right? It's for a really high end customer who appreciates something by Igal Dahan, but maybe you want to just start out small, or you want to try the line to see if it's something that you like. And it's about building relationships. You can't just buy one thing and not know who you're buying it from in this day and age. Would you agree?
I 100% agree with that.
And how does he connect with his customers and create community?
I always tell him, like, he's so great in person. He just connects. Like, it says a lot for a man who wanted to create a line all about the connection of love, the connection of that people have within relationships and stuff. His store, next time you're in the city, you have to come by. It's beautiful. His store is like an experience. Like, obviously, like, it's so like, aesthetically pleasing. There's like marble floors, big chandeliers, diamonds and everything. But also, like, he created his store that you come in and it's like a fancy living room. There's like couches and chairs, and there's like a beautiful bar with marble. You could come in, have an espresso, a glass of champagne, a bottle of water. It's really like a shopping experience when you go into his store.
Is he there all the time?
Yes, he is there. He's currently there right now.
That's great. I'm digging the key, and I am sorry that you showed that to me, because I'm going to put that on my list, because I'm loving that. I love to stack, and I love to mix, like I said, costume and real. So I love that key, and that's very meaningful to me, and it looks really pretty on you. And I would love to see that in person. I always say, be careful when you invite me, because I come. Be careful. So
we would love to have you come by, and I will definitely be in too.
And do you have to make an appointment, or is it open to the public?
It's open to the public. Obviously, there's very high security now because of the times. You could come on in whenever. We would love to have you.
Well, you're so sweet. Now, what projects are you and Igal working on? Since you're the spokeswoman, the spokesmodel, what is next for him? Do you have anything else coming out? Are y'all doing any other pieces? Are you expanding the fashion line?
Igal is always designing new collections. He has, right now, if you go to his website, there are about 7 collections right now. And that's where he specializes in. He's like a designer from A to Z. Like when I was explaining about his store, like he designed his whole store. He didn't need like a firm to come in and say, okay, this is where we're going to put the bar. Like he just has visions. So he is always coming up with new visions for new collections. And I'm like, Igal, like you have so many collections right now. And he's like, no, I have like this collection now, it's going to be based around, like the candle. It's going to be called such and such. And he's always coming up with new collections. And I'm always like there to promote it. Being in the business that I'm in, I have a lot of opportunities to shoot for magazines and covers and stuff. So of course I'm always wearing his collection whenever I'm going to do a photo shoot as well.
I mean, let's be honest, Jaimie, how much jewelry do you have? Is it insane? I mean, can you shut your drawers? I have to know.
My friends always say to me that my daughter's going to be very lucky someday.
I can only imagine the cupboards and again, I believe that you cannot probably not shut your drawers because you probably go in and you're like, I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those. That would be amazing. But that's exciting. I know you seem very humble and very sweet, so I'm sure you have beautiful things. What are your plans for this holiday seasons? Do you guys travel? Do you stay put? Is your daughter excited about the holidays?
Holiday season has a whole new meaning once you have kids, and we're lucky enough in our house to celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas. So that's just like amazing.
Love it.
Yes, I always like to be like home for actual Christmas Day, but we will be traveling for New Year's, especially now that things are back to normal. Thank God. Mm-hmm. We're going to definitely do a big New Year's celebration.
And I just have to ask you, so as your uncle is Tommy Hilfiger, correct?
Yes.
You have grown up around fashion and style your entire life. Is it your mother or your father that's related?
It's my father. So that was my last name when, before I was married was Hilfiger. So that is my legal last name. And it has definitely been a wild ride. That's for sure. I just hosted 40 Hilfigers for Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yes. Wow.
Yeah. The Hilfiger family is a large family. My dad and my Uncle Tommy are one of 9 siblings.
Wow.
So 9 siblings plus spouses plus kids of kids.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's unbelievable. So you have everyone at your house, but that's the only holiday that you do. So do you go to your husband's family or do they come? Do y'all take turns? You got a lot of people to shuffle around.
Yeah. Well, I always say, like the benefit of marrying someone who's not from this country. Mm-hmm. And, since we grew up with different religious holiday backgrounds, is I don't have to share anything. Like my husband, since he's from France, he didn't even celebrate Thanksgiving. So it's like, I always say it's all me.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's amazing. And, from your dad coming from such a big family and you being an only child, I'm sure you enjoy I never had babies, but I have a stepson. So my stepson is an only child. And so you're used to kind of being alone and you're used to entertaining yourself and you're used to that. So my God, having 40 Hilfigers, that's a lot of Hilfigers at your table. My God, that's incredible. And how lucky and blessed you are that you have a family that as fashion and style is in your blood. You are giving back to the world by using your talent and trying to make your husband's line successful, even though it already is. So do you have any other closing thoughts or anything that you want us to know about the line other than come in and have a drink and look at the mini collections? What else would you like to add?
Well, I've had so much fun talking with you. I could talk about like fashion and makeup and all these fun things all day. But yeah, definitely stop in to the store, the flagship store in the city. It's in the most beautiful location, right by the entrance of Central Park. It's, between the Plaza Hotel and the Ritz-Carlton. And come in for a drink, see the collection. There's always new pieces also coming to the collection.
I'm so excited. It's going to be my new obsession. And just really quick, I know, are you working on a skincare line? Inquiring minds want to know. Please, can you talk about that for just a second?
Yes, beauty and skincare actually is my first love over fashion. I do have to admit that. And I was really lucky the past like 5, 7 years. I partnered up with a brand called La Curcio Skincare, and we had an amazing skincare collection. And honestly, to be honest, it did amazing during the pandemic because the pandemic was about self care. That another larger brand wanted to buy the company, which was amazing. So I am actually working on my own self-titled skincare line called the Jaimie Hilfiger Collection, which will probably be out in 2023.
I cannot wait. We will support you. I don't care if you start a line of designer trash bags. We're going to be behind you on that. We love supporting small businesses. We love supporting women entrepreneurs. That is really what we're all about here. And I am so grateful to you that you spent 30 minutes of your day talking with us at the Fashion Crimes podcast. And thank you to your husband. I'm going to have to interview him next
Yes.
time if he's up for it, about your generous gift donation. My God, I've got so many bracelets. I'm wearing 2 of them now. I love them so much. It has really made my day. And I love the inside of the box. It says locked by love. I love
Yes.
that. Locked by love. And as much destruction and chaos in this country, it is really nice to see a product that is just promoting well-being and be a nice person and give this to somebody you love. It's not $1 million. It's a
Right.
fun product that just says, hey, I'm thinking about you. And I love that. And I love that. And I'm so grateful to you, Jaimie. I'm so happy that we're friends now. I'm just assuming that we're best friends now. Will you please come back and talk about your skincare line?
I would love to be invited back.
I would love that. And my face is waiting. My skin is waiting. Okay. Because I'm
Yes.
like needing to work on this over here. So I'm excited about that. Jaimie, thank you so much for joining us. We are so grateful to ID Exchange by Igal Dahan and Jaimie Hilfiger, the beautiful spokesmodel. And we are so excited to have you. And we are going to connect with you. How are we going to follow you and connect with you?
Social media, I'm on all the platforms at Jaimie Hilfiger and even TikTok now.
Oh,
Moms can do
amazing.
TikTok. Yeah.
I love that so much. We will be following you. We will be reaching out to you. Thank you again so much for your generous donation. And every email that I get, don't forget, I'm going to be donating $5 to the Ahimsa House here in Atlanta, Georgia, who helps domestic abuse victims and their pets. We all know, y'all, we love dogs, we love cats, we love all animals. They are victims too. Please submit your email. Tell everyone you know. Jaimie, thank you again. I hope you have a fabulous day. You are now an insider bestie in front of the podcast. So we will love to have you back. We will be definitely following you and keeping up with what you're doing, especially waiting on to see what's next for your husband's line. We will be wearing it. We'll be styling. We'll be modeling it. So consider us your new ambassadors. Thank you so much. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast. We love you. Happy holiday season, and let us know how we can help you. Send us a DM, send us an email, send us snail mail or smoke signals. We are here for you. We can give you fashion advice. We can give you shopping tips, style advice, whatever you need. And check out idexchange.com. Thank you so much. Again, that website is idx-change.com. You can also go to Igal, IGALDAHAN, IgalDahan.com to find out more about this generous, locked by love, cuffs of love. Thank you so much. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast, and we are out.